Alright everybody, welcome back once again to the channel. So this week I want to start it off with short horror film videos. Alright, this week I kind of want to focus it on short horror films and kind of jump to the next week by changing it up to another type of a genre or another type of content, like Try Not to Laugh, or this last week I did Try Not to Laugh, so this one would be short horror films. The next one would be probably like Close Calls or something like that. Even like I'm thinking of making some trailer reactions, but I'm not sure how that works still with like copywriting and all of that. If you guys kind of are familiar with that, let me know. Or I could just probably research it and try to see what's the best way I can do it. But I want to make kind of weekly videos, each week dedicated to a type of content. Like next week would probably be something like where it's reactions to trailers or talking about films, like reviews, things like that. So I'm trying to kind of change it up for you guys here. And if those of you who are staying up with my content, like staying up to date with everything, you guys kind of realize I do like a random drop of videos with like sometimes Try Not to Laugh, sometimes short horrors, and then speed drawings, right? So I want to do something where a speed drawing where I can possibly fit a speed drawing into each week, at least every 2 weeks fit a speed drawing in there, and each week will change in content. So short horror films, and the next week would be Try Not to Laugh, and so on, right? And then of course it just kind of circles back to the beginning of like short horror films, right? So I kind of want to do that, but tonight of course I want to start off with a short horror film, okay? And this one here is by Alter, and it is called Special Day, okay? If you guys want to check this one out on your own, you guys can click in the link in the description down below and check it out on your own time. If not, you guys can watch me react to this, and I can give you all my thoughts after the video, okay? So before I start here though, thank you guys so much for staying up to date with my videos, just like I mentioned a few moments earlier, and for checking out all of my content that I drop. I really appreciate you guys. I always try to convert these to TikTok just to kind of like TikTok has a lot of people in there, so I try to always share some like part of the content that you see here on YouTube, just kind of like a part of it on TikTok. But it's very hard for me to find a good type of app to convert my videos from YouTube to TikTok, and a free one. They're always usually like, hey, sign up for a plan or things like that, and a bit of a tight budget, so I'm trying to save a lot of money as much as I can. But I'm always trying to drop my content somewhere else rather than just YouTube. But in the moment, it's mostly just YouTube, But for those of you who don't follow me on TikTok, you guys, my TikTok is down below in the description area. So if you guys want to find me on TikTok, you can find me there. You'll pretty much just find the same videos you see on here. So just like little parts of it, But anyway, you guys, so yeah, so just thank you so much for those of you who have been watching, for those of you who have been supporting the channel, and thank you for those who have just subscribed. Welcome to the channel. We do reactions here, all kinds of content, and every now and again I upload a speed drawing for you guys, whether it's a mural or it's just like a smaller drawing on my art table back there. That's where I do all my work. So yeah, I'm always happy to share my work with you guys. On Instagram is where you can also follow me. I'll have my Instagram on the link description. Everything will be down there. So if you guys want to follow me on another platform, it'll be down there. Not necessarily the links, but I'll provide my the name for the for my social media down there. But anyway, you guys, let's jump into this one here. Once again, it's called Special Day, and it is by Alter. Okay, so I have no idea what this is going to be about. Of course, I always jump into every video having no idea what it's about, or at least having a rough idea to like no idea. So judging by the thumbnail, it looks pretty creepy. So I'm kind of excited to check this one out, you guys. Let me know if you guys also have been enjoying these scary videos. Give me a thumbs up on this one, and also comment down below. I'm always, I'm always happy to see your guys' comments down below. So thank you guys. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this. And of course, let's get scared.
Oh, happy birthday, sweetie. I love you.
That's the special day.
I can hardly believe it. Just look at you.
She does not look happy at all.
You really are the saint of the old, sweetheart. Happy birthday, Emily.
Oh my gosh! That's that actor. Yeah, I know. I recognize him from some films I've seen, like horror films.
Congratulations, Emily.
I think him too.
Birthday, kiddo.
This is such excitement, isn't it? I can't wait. Thank you, Mommy.
I'm trying to remember where I've seen him.
Man. Sure.
Well, Emily, we're so proud of you. You're a grown woman now. And we know that you're going to do great things.
Thanks, Dad.
Now, I say that with confidence because, well, for generations, everyone in our family has always been successful at whatever we've set out to do.
Yeah, either that or they went insane.
Simone.
Now, partly, the reason for the success is because of our drive, our work ethic.
She looks scared.
But it's also because of something else.
What was she scared of?
A special gift. A gift that we finally get to share with you.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. I thought that was the a known actor from like.
Where is it?
Well, you'll have to tell us.
What?
You were born at 9:03 p.m., so it should be here at any moment now.
Okay.
You hear it, don't you? Go ahead. Go and look.
Oh snap! It's gonna be a joke. They're gonna put a joke on her.
Just look outside.
Oh, Jesus!
Who is that?
It's a really pale man out there.
You can see him now.
There's a man out there.
Emily, our family is successful because we all know something. And now you can know it too.
It's not a man. Just think of it as a new friend.
You see, each of us is graced with the knowledge of when we will die.
What?
This is why we wanted to have everyone together.
Oh my God!
You're the last in our family.
He's getting closer too.
Yours.
My what?
Your sentinel. He appears on your 18th birthday. And he'll be with you now until the day you die.
What? Mom, no.
Happy birthday.
Oh, Jesus!
What is this?
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Emily.
That dude was like some kind of vampire or something.
This is our shared gift. Your sentinel
Look at that guy back
is a
there.
measure of the length of your life.
He looks like an alien.
As you grow old, he'll come closer and closer until finally,
Like the
when
big
it's your time, you'll be together.
That's how you'll know, Emily. Only when he comes close.
But by then, well, he'll be like an old friend.
Wait,
My God.
this can't be real.
Don't be afraid, honey. This is what has allowed us to thrive.
It's gonna be right behind you. Yeah.
For most of your life, you'll be so far away, you'll forget he's even there.
Oh, yeah.
But he's not far away.
What?
He's not far away anymore.
What do you mean?
Oh, that look of concern. Oh! Oh my God! Was that their death? Holy smokes. Alright, you guys, there you have it. That was Special Day. Okay? So clearly this is somebody's birthday. It starts off by a family in a very dark house. Looks like it's obviously nighttime and there's no lighting in there. It looks very, very sad in that room. But of course, that's to kind of obviously fit the horror theme there. So I really appreciate that they did that. But not only that, the darkness of the room, makes the environment very sad and all of that. It's not only that, it's the people that are there. Like everybody that's there, even the birthday girl, she's super like unhappy. She's really bored in a way, and everything's just awkward. Like the way that they're all just saying congratulations and happy birthday and all this other stuff. I believe this girl's turning 18. So like that's where, in this country, I guess, I know in different countries it's a whole different thing, but I know that here it's like considered a mature age, right? You're now 18 years and older or whatever, so now you're mature, and things start to change. So as they're all saying happy birthday to her, now they're saying that there's a gift that they are kind of letting her in on, right? And the gift is something that only she can kind of understand as well. Right? It's not something that's just physically given to her. It's something that comes with her. And so when they tell her that there's this gift, and they say that, well, you tell us what it is, kind of thing, she doesn't seem to understand what exactly it is they mean. So everything they say to her response is just like, okay, and it's just awkward the entire time. It's quiet. Everybody looks super creepy. All of the men, I gotta be honest here, all the men just seem like perverts or something, like predators, I don't know. And they all just seem kind of really weird. And even inhumane, like the way their faces were, especially that one guy, I don't know if you guys saw, he had like the really, really strong eyebrows like this, kind of just being pointed like this. And he had like that long forehead. Looked like he had like surgery on his face or whatever. So, and then now, of course, even the mom, the mom's acting, the mom herself is just, looking at her smile, it was really unsettling. It really kind of reminded me of the film Smile, right? Where they're smiling and it just looks really creepy. Sometimes it looks a little funny, a little comedic, because it's a little overdone, like it's a little exaggerated. But in some cases, like in that movie, some of the people's smiles, they really did look unsettling and uncomfortable to look at. And so this woman's smile, even though it was obviously more normal and not exaggerated, it still looked like very strange, uncomfortable to look at. So I think that was like, she was probably the scariest person in there. I'm not gonna lie, just the way she was approaching her daughter. But the dad, and the mom, when they're telling her about this birthday present, it's actually this entity of hers that is now visiting her because she's turned 18, right? And so from what I was understanding here is it's this symbolism, of course, that I think that before I get to that, really quick. So she gets told to look out the window, and then all of a sudden this breathing this really loud, hollow breathing starts to, approach outside or whatever, starts to kind of build up. And she goes to the window and looks out that window, sees this very pale, horrifying, creepy man with this open mouth, right? And I mean, just anything that's unsettling nowadays, I've seen this in a lot of like scary short, like TikTok videos and even in YouTube. A lot of these shorts, they always have something with like an open mouth, right? With like open eyes like this, where they're hollow, open mouth. It just makes things look a lot more ghostly, more demonized. I think, so it makes them they look very disturbing. So, sorry, I had like a word twist there. But when she looks outside, she sees this man that looks very creepy out in the distance. And so, she obviously gets freaked out and tells her parents. And by the way, this young woman's acting was very good with the whole like creeped out look, concerned. She didn't even jump and get scared, right? It was just more like this is really strange. Like, I want this to stop, please. But at the same time, she was kind of trying to keep her cool, regardless of the situation, right? But she tells her parents that there's a man standing outside, and they're saying that's not a man, I forgot what they said, but it's like her entity that's standing outside, right? And now it's getting closer and closer to her for the rest of her life. Meaning, and this now gets to that point where I said, before I get to that, I need to move on really quick here. The symbolism. If what I understood is where like this thing now, because of this 18th birthday, this new age, this level age, where she's now considered like a mature woman. I think this is like a more of a mature age. It's when this thing is like now approaching her where she's getting closer to death, and so just based off what her parents tell her, like this thing is just going to be, far away. She won't even know it's there. But as she ages closer, or as she ages older and older, from that point on, this thing's just going to get closer and closer, right? So we realize here that this entity, this really creepy man outside, this creepy thing outside that looks like a man, is getting closer a lot faster than they all thought. Getting closer and closer, right? We see it come closer, and I was just like, oh God, you guys heard me saying it's getting closer. And, we just see this twice though. Before you know it, like she's kind of just like the focus is now on just her interacting with her parents and everybody else in the room, right? And I thought I saw this actor that was, if you guys see maybe a picture of him here or there, you guys will see who I'm talking about. I thought there was an actor in there that looked like this guy, but it's not him. But anyway, as she's talking to the people inside of the room, her mom is explaining to her what this entity means and what's going on. So that's kind of where I started to kind of get the idea of like, oh, and now the young woman, the daughter, the 18-year-old girl, she starts to notice that this thing is very close, and she starts to tell the mom that it's very close. And she's like, what are you talking about? It's like, it's closer, right? And so finally the camera angle changes, right? And we see exactly what's behind the mom, and it is this very, very creepy entity that was supposed to be with this young girl for like a long time, right? For the rest of her all of the remaining years of her life. But instead, it's already there, which that was, I guess, going to be the day of her death. And so what I was thinking at first is like, as this thing gets closer, it's probably just going to like kill all of them somehow. But no, when it gets close and the mom notices that it's there, right? You see this face like go from smiling and creepy to like concern and worry now, because this thing came close to them sooner than everybody thought, right? And so when this thing is close to her and she turns to see it, the scene cuts off, right? And all you hear is like them screaming or like, people freaking out. And in the house, it sounds like the house is kind of falling, right? Like I'm almost like there's like an earthquake, or it's like collapsing somehow on everybody. It just sounds like you can just hear all of the boards and stuff kind of collapsing while the credits are rolling, and you have like the separate screens and stuff for other videos. But that's what I was kind of hearing, and well, presumably that was like I'm assuming that was the time of their death, everybody's, so that's what I'm assuming there, and that's how I think they died, and that's why this thing was already they're close to them. So the design of this thing that was there though, haunting them all, like just kind of waiting for their death, it really made sense to me. Like I think it worked well, because it definitely looked dead, It looked very pale, and like if obviously it was missing his eyeballs, it was missing, you know, it had like a very hollow, dark mouth, and it looks like it had no soul. You know, it was just kind of there, like zombified now, and just kind of waiting on them. Where it doesn't necessarily hurt you, but it's just there, getting close to you as you're approaching your death. So, I mean, that's very scary to think about. You know, sometimes, I mean, I've heard stories about like the Grim Reaper, you know, like it's there. I think that's a really cool character. I need to kind of read upon this character, how, like, where it originated from. But I think that, like, just kind of like the surface level of what I've heard about the Grim Reaper character, I think it's a very interesting concept, and I kind of think it's pretty cool, you know, pretty dark. But this new sort of approach on the people nearing their death, this thing coming after them, and notice that at the end of the screen before it cuts off, it's behind everybody, right? Everybody's has the entity behind them, which means they're all about to die in the same room or in the same house, right? I thought that was a really cool design. I thought that was a good idea, and it makes me think about like us as humans in reality. And you know, I'm about to get a little, I don't know, I get a little uncomfortable here for a lot of people, even for myself to an extent. But as we're approaching our death, you know, like, is there something that's also approaching us that we don't see? You know what I mean? I mean, obviously death is approaching, but I'm talking about like something that is objectively recognizable, if that makes sense. Like, it's there, you can kind of see it, but only when you're dying, you're the only one that sees it. You know, people have gone to like, I see the light, like I saw God, I saw Jesus. I'm hoping that's how it plays out for me. You know, I really do have a beautiful image and idea of death myself, you know. But a lot of these short horror films and people with like dark ideas, they go straight to something more scary, right? As you approach death. So, you know, more saddening and, you know, kind of dark. So I thought that was a really cool concept anyways, and I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed this. I thought the acting was great. The young lady did fine. I mean, everything was just kind of more awkward in that room. Definitely felt tense, but I would say that the best one that like took the spotlight in this room was the mom. You know, the dad also, so the rest of the men around the room were pretty creepy. But I think the woman that was constantly approaching her daughter definitely, you know, played the part really, really well. And she really made me feel uncomfortable as she was staring into the eyes and smiling, right, into the eyes of her daughter so strongly, you know. And it never like faded away until, of course, at the very end when death was approaching. So those are my thoughts on the film. I think it was well done. Alter, I just got to say really quick, great job, you guys. I really appreciate for you that you guys are making content for us like this, and I appreciate it that you always have content for me and my channel as well, so that I can do some reactions and I can entertain you guys as well and give you guys my thoughts, obviously, after the film. So that way I don't just watch and shut down the video, right? I want to let you know what I thought about this. And everything was well done. Everything was, it was scary, and it was more unsettling though, rather than just like a jump scare. Even though I did have jump scares in there, but I think I just felt a little bit more uncomfortable more than anything. But what did you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments section, you guys. And thank you for watching this with me. From here on, if you guys are watching this with me, go ahead and turn off your lights. It makes the film a little bit more interesting. All right, you guys. Hope you guys have a good night. Thank you for watching. Take care.